Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The Kingly Way. My name is King, and today, two things. I am here at Landers in the Philippines. And what is Landers? It's like Costco. You pay a membership and you get to shop here. So the second point I want to talk about is being Asian American in Asia, because there's a lot of misconceptions here, and this is what I deal with on a constant daily basis being in Asia. But before I start, let's talk about what Landers is. So you pay for a membership, and what's cool is they give you a Landers card here. Yeah, and then they take a photo, just like Costco. At first, I didn't want to pay for a membership because I was thinking it was outrageously expensive, because Costco costs almost $112 in the US to be a member of Costco. But here, it only costs a mere, yes, 800 pesos. Yes. And they gave me a discount. They had a special going on, so I only paid 600 pesos. So what does that mean? What's the cost in US dollars? It is about 12 US dollars. And the benefits they have here at Landers is really great. It's better than Costco, I think. For example, I can't really film a lot of stuff in here. They have certain policies, but I can tell you about them. Like over on my right, there's a place here in Landers called Federal Barbers. If you are a member, you can get a free haircut. It's awesome. So yes, and another thing is, if it's your birthday month, you can buy a big pepperoni pizza for 400 pesos, which comes out to about 8 US dollars. So before I talk about the issues I want to talk about, here's a few foods that I picked up today. So this is the Wall Street pizza. So there's onions and some sausages in here and some cheese. And I picked up something called, let me look here, the Tuffle Pasta Garlic Chicken little bread. So without further ado, let's eat first, and then I'll go over my points of emphasis today. So here we go. I'm gonna dig in here. Oh, so the sauce is in here. I was wondering if there was any sauce inside this pasta here. Pretty much is. And I'll tell you in a minute how much this all cost. Yeah, this is pretty good. Not too bad. I love coming to Landers. This beats Costco. Wow. So we got this little sauce in here. And I mix it up. So it's pretty good, you know. You get to you gotta mix in the sauce here. So poke it in with the fork. So yeah. Pretty good. Not too bad here. Let me poke some more. Get some of the chicken here, the mushroom. Yeah. Not too bad at all. Oh yeah, pretty nice. All right, and here's the Wall Street pizza. I'm gonna take a bite of this right here. Here, take a look. Yeah, take a look at that. Yeah. Pretty good slice, isn't it? Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh yeah. So the first point I want to bring up, being Asian American in Asia, to most of these countries, it's a foreign concept. even if Filipinos know that a lot of them go abroad, they don't realize their kids, you know, just like me as a Korean American, a lot of my Filipino American friends grow up in the States. All they know is English. They do not know how to speak Tagalog or Cebuano. Even myself, I couldn't speak Korean. I mean, recently I now speak it more because I actually learned it. So, but a lot of people don't believe English is my first primary language. So it's basically a foreign concept because most of these Asian countries, all they see in mainstream media is the Caucasian gentleman or female in Hollywood. So that's what their definition of a Western country is, where there's lots of us immigrants that immigrate to the United States or England or Australia, that there's a lot of Asian Americans growing up in these countries. So it's a big time foreign concept for majority of the people in Asia. So now I'm gonna go back to eating some of this here. So yeah. Very good. Oh yeah. I just can't resist. Now I got the membership. I have to come as much as possible. And then I'll probably do more mukbangs with other foods. Oh yeah. Pretty nice. Oh yeah. Now, point number two, point one was the foreign concept mentality. Point number two, I get this a lot because I'm in Cebu, Philippines. Now, we have tons of Koreans coming here. So, when a Korean is trying to get some service, they speak so much broken English. Then when a customer deals with me, they're sitting here shocked like, wow, you really speak some good freaking English. And of course, in my mind, I'm like, no, duh. But they don't understand that because they don't understand that I was born in the United States. English is all I knew, just like even a lot of Filipino Americans, English is all they know. Because I knew Filipino Americans didn't have a clue how to speak Tagalog. They understood it. And same thing, I understood Korean, but they did not understand their mother tongue language. So, you know, I'm kind of glad now I practiced it so I can speak Korean, but English is the most comfortable language for me to speak. So yeah. No duh, of course, but it's not their fault for not knowing, because a lot of them just don't know. So that's point number two of being Asian American in Asia. So let me go back and eat some more of this. Oh, for those, when you renew your passport, this is one thing I always get. I always get the US passport card. Of course, it is not really good for you to be going really internationally except for countries like Canada and Mexico. And if you don't get the new real ID, which in either state you reside, you're gonna need one of these things. Because I got the real California ID now since I'm a Californian. So now I don't have to worry about flying domestically if I'm in the United States. So I always get a passport card just in case, no matter what. So, let me eat some more food here. Here, take a look at this Wall Street pizza. Sounds like pizza. Almost looks like a pizza cover, but it's Central. What does it say? Landers Central Pizza. Yeah, kind of like a theme of Central station or park. Oh yeah. Ah. Really good. Really good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. The third point, at times we do get as Asian Americans, I do get asked. Sometimes when I'm in Asia, especially when I'm in Korea, why the hell can't you speak Korean? You're in Korea, they're Korean. Well, dang. I grew up in an environment that primarily spoke English. I wasn't surrounded by, Koreans all the time. Even if I lived in Los Angeles, California, we got tons of Koreans there. We got tons of Filipino Americans there. So even if you ask a Filipino American why they can't speak Tagalog, because all they know is English. They grew up in that environment. So, I could relate in some aspects, because that's all they knew. They did not ever get taught how to speak Tagalog or Cebuano or whatever language you have in the dialects in the Visayas. And same thing with me as a Korean American. I did not get to speak a lot of Korean. I've listened to my mom and dad speak Korean, so I knew what they were saying, but that's how it was for us. So that's just a common thing. Now, I think I could have a little fun here with this, just to let you know. I mean, if you are an Asian, you immigrate to the United States, your kids are going to be second generation. So basically, this is usually a common conversation. And it not just go for Asian, it goes for immigrants in general. So I'm going to give you a little interpretation of how the conversation goes. So here's my dad, here's me. So here's my Korean dad. No, oh, I'm going out, Dad. I don't know. I'm gonna come home later. I don't want to come home now. I'll talk to you later. Bye. So that is the common conversation for immigrants that go to the United States. Most of the times, we'll understand what the mother tongue will be because we listen to the mother tongue. But most of the times we can't speak it. And especially I'm going to touch note on the Korean side. We have so many Korean adoptees that were given up, so they were all shipped to other countries. And when they come back to Korea, they don't have a clue how to speak Korean. They don't know what Korea is. It's even worse for them than myself. So they have a hard time. And then the sad thing is their birth parents want nothing to do with them because they remarried another man who works at a Samsung or LG at a company job. So that's basically the common issue now. So that's what Asia sees. They see, the Caucasian male, female on Hollywood. So that's a representative of, the West. But the West really represents so many diverse cultures. Now, if any of you have been to Los Angeles, in one day, I could walk around from 8 o'clock to 6 p.m. I have met 100 different nationalities that day. 100. I could count it. I could still remember who I ran into. So that's how it is in Los Angeles. So you never know. So that's the situations of being Asian American in Asia. So at times I did go around, because right now I'm staying around IT Park. I did talk to a few call center workers to do a little survey. So majority no one ever said I was Korean American. Majority of them said, oh, you're Korean, because they see based on what my face looks like. But half of them got the part where I asked, what's my primary language? They all said English, just the way I spoke. So that was another thing. But when it comes to my parents, I had different answers. I had, oh, they're from China. They're from Japan. A lot of Korea. I actually got one or two from the Philippines, which was kind of, okay, whatevers. So, yeah. That's the situation at times. But is it their fault? No. It's what they know. It's a foreign concept. But yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, it gets a little frustrating, you know? And I have some of my other fellow Asian Americans that deal with this issue. So yeah. So without further ado, you know, that's what you're gonna face. So if you're an Asian American traveling to Asia, be prepared for these kind of things to happen. It's gonna happen in almost every Asian country you arrive to. Of course, if you're talking to me and you're an Asian American, I know you're from the States or you're from a Western, based on how your accent is. See, that I can pick up, and you can pick that up from me. But from a local standpoint, in any country in Asia, it's gonna be like, okay, really? Wow. So yeah, so that's how it is. But by the way, if you're in the Philippines, yeah. I mean, if you get a short time, you can get a one-day pass. But if you're gonna be here a while like I am, yeah, get a Lander's card. It's a good deal, and it's just like Costco here, but cheaper. So, if any of you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell icon for future videos, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.